Ooh, this lighting is terrible. That's better. Oh. All right. I'm going to really quickly remind our team that we're doing this, stinkers. Okay. Oh, my hair's falling out. Okay. I'm going to go ahead. All right, I'm just going to go ahead because this is a call that a lot of people ask me to do, just because it's something that we don't talk about a lot, and it's important that we break down these benchmarks and these goals to give you guys like applicable. Hey, Crystal, we give you guys steps. So even if you're a brand new coach, hey, Kathy, hey, Jen, we have a huge team, and I know a lot of us are moms and we're busy. My kids went back to school today, so I feel like more time. But anyway, I wanted to just kind of highlight for you guys one of the really big and really cool goals that you can set for yourself as a Team Beachbody coach, and that is to be an elite coach. Now, if you watched any part of Summit or you participated, you saw that they were highlighted. They walked across the stage and, you know, their names were up on the board, and that's all well and good. But what does that look like as far as a business standpoint? And so I wanted to just, I even have an outline written down, and I'm going to show you a couple things by screen sharing with you guys. So don't freak out. Remember, this call is recorded, so we can go back and we can share it later on. But I want to take it back to when our team started, you know, for me signing up and what that looked like, and what things took place in order for Elite to even be on the radar. So before I really get started, hey, I'm Lauren Duke, and this is our team. Should have done that. So I signed up at the end of June in 2012, and from the minute I signed up, you know, I was told hit Success Club, get to Emerald, and then set your goals for Diamond. Basically, that was my roadmap, and I just figured out how to do it along the way. You know, I learned that Emerald was 2 coaches, and that was my friend Jen and my husband Chris. There you go, boom. And Chris was an account that I could control. I didn't from the beginning, but I knew that that placement at the top of my organization was key, because as you grow, you'll learn that you can build off of your husband, your spouse, your boyfriend, your son, usually a close family member account that you can control. It's called U+2, but it has to be an immediate family member. You can build off of that. And so by doing that, you control the volume that goes through there, because you can place orders and such. That's another call, but I can really go off on a tangent. I've already had a couple of people asking about volume today, and I'm just like, that's my wheelhouse. I love it. I'm just, woo, woo. It's like a big puzzle, and I get really excited. So those are my first 2 coaches. Now from there, it wasn't rocket science, you guys. I don't want you to feel like, oh my gosh, then what, I'm stuck. It was easy for you. You probably knew a lot of people. No, I did not have very many friends on Facebook. In fact, I was going through my pictures just the other day, looking for some pictures of my kids, and just like some baby-ish pictures, some little kids. And it was funny because the first pictures that were on there were family pictures from a vacation we took for a wedding, and that was just sharing with family. And I didn't have very many friends at all as far as like Facebook friends. You know, it was all family and immediate friends. And I wasn't sharing anything stellar. I was just sharing what was going on with our family so that we could keep in touch. And I told this before, I joined Facebook because of my 10-year high school reunion, and someone said there's this thing you can do and we're going to start a group and we're going to get in touch with everybody. That's why I had a Facebook account. It wasn't because I was thinking I was going to reach out to a ton of people. I really didn't understand it. So get that misconception out of your head. The way I started was along in life, you know, as moms, as women, as human beings, we talk about the fact that, feeling tired. Gosh, just really run down. Or I'd really like to lose some weight. I have to go to this event. And I have a dress that I would love to wear. It's been in the back of my closet forever, and I just can't seem to squeeze myself into it. These are common conversations that we all have. Those are little things you need to Rolodex and keep in the back of your head as a coach, but as a friend, right? Even if I wasn't a coach and I knew a friend of mine had a goal like that, I would say, hey, you want to go to this class with me? Hey, do you want to do this with me? Hey, do you want to sign up for this and we'll do it together? That was really how we got started. So I took my spiral notebook, and you've heard me say this 9 gazillion times. I wrote down names. I didn't blast people on Facebook. I didn't throw up some sort of ad. I just started personally inviting. So what that looks like for our team is, back then, if you hit Diamond in 90 days, they gave you, they allowed you to earn the Success Club trip by hitting Success Club for 6 months in a row instead of 9. Rules change as the company grows. I didn't know that, but I did know that I wanted to hit Diamond within that 90 days because it was a goal and I'm competitive. Hello. And so someone said they did it in 80 days, and I was like, I'm in to top that. That just was a thing for me. So I just started I kept having conversations, and I kept sharing with people and kept adding coaches. And so we got to Diamond within 73 days as a team. That was exciting. A lot of those people were discount coaches. So I was not a stable organization at all. I would call myself a shaky house of cards. But what I did have were people within those. It's kind of like go for no, right? Maybe a discount coach is someone that, you know, you're inviting and you're sharing because you want to present the opportunity and the savings to as many people as possible. But in that, you're going to find those gems. You're going to find those people who understand that this is an important and a really valid and a really lucrative and a really real thing. It's a real business. And they're watching you and they're like, you know what, Lauren's doing it. I can do this with her. We can learn together. So there were 2 people, Katie and Chris, my husband. I got him to Diamond. And then another coach, Sarah Moore, was soon after. Andy was around then too. I mean, like, Andy became a coach the next year. But there were people within our team who started to work the business. So from June until November, we got to 1 star. At the beginning of 2013, we were a 2-star team. Now, this team had only been in existence for 6 months. At the beginning of 2013, the elite reports came out. I'd never seen one before. I didn't know what it was. It came in my email, and I'm pretty much glossed over it, never understood what the numbers meant, excuse me. So at the beginning of 2013, when that elite report came out, it said 25. And I didn't know what it meant. My coach came to me because our team and my name popped up on a list. Okay, remember, 6 months, 2-star coach. So when you're thinking about the top coaches, we are one of those. But it isn't because we did anything crazy. All we did as a team was I hit Success Club, and I taught my coaches to hit Success Club. That's it. It was very simple. You know, it's just that duplication that we always talk about. And it really, if it doesn't get beaten into you today, it needs to get beaten into you today. Because that is the team growth. That is your growth. That is you achieving your goals. So back to my point. At the beginning of 2013, someone reached out to me and said, did you know that your team is number 25? And I said, I have no idea what you're talking about. And they said, okay, we need to have a call. And I was like, all right. So somebody from corporate contacted us and said, this is big. Like, you need to know what this means, and you need to understand this, because there is a lot of opportunity for growth here, but also for you to set some goals because your team is already on this path. So that was kind of the key, right? We were already doing the business building things. Someone noticed they invested and said, this is what you need to do to keep going. Now, as a brand new coach, that freaked me out because I hadn't set any goals. I didn't have a why. That wasn't a thing we talked about, right? I just wanted to be a coach. I just wanted to help people. That was good enough for me. And I'm competitive and I like hitting benchmarks and I like recognition. Hey, that's me. So we're all different. I'm not sad or scared or ashamed to share that. But what happened was someone said, and his name is Kobe Mitchell, and he's since left corporate and he's now a coach, very successful with his wife, Ashlyn, on our larger team, the Rockstars. He said, I want to meet with you. I don't meet usually with 2 stars. I'm 5-star and above, but I want to help you. A huge deal for someone to take the time, right? So what he said was, let's not make this difficult. When you're an elite coach, or when you are a coach and you are working towards elite, you have to understand that there's certain points that count. And I'm going to show you this because I don't want anyone to be confused. And I want this to be recorded so you guys can see what I'm talking about. If you're going to go for elite, if you're going to go for any kind of goal, you need to know how to hit these certain benchmarks. You need to know what needs to happen in order to get the numbers in that column, get the numbers in that column, get to the goal, right? And the call I shared with you the other day from Stephanie was a big deal because she gave you very practical steps in order to hit some of these benchmarks, like how to hit $500 in a month, how to go for elite, what that needs to look like. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take you into the back office and I'm going to show you the elite report and I'm going to break it down for you. Then I'm going to give you more resources and a way to read it. Now, I will say that if you're a brand new coach, this might boggle your minds because you will not receive an elite report until you are a diamond coach. So what you need to do is get to diamond. You need to understand that that is where, certain things start to happen in your business. You're viewed as a leader. You have coaches underneath you who are looking to you for mentorship. Maybe they're growing as well. Karen, one of my coaches today said, one of my coaches is going Emerald tomorrow. Now what? And I said, have her do it again. Break it down. Don't go, okay, great. Stephanie, I'll make up, I saw Stephanie. It's not Stephanie, but it's great, Stephanie. Congratulations on Emerald. Now it's time to get to Diamond. What the heck? How about you get to Emerald again? How about you do Emerald again? How about you do Emerald again? Emerald is sharing with 2 people, the business opportunity with 2 people. And getting to Emerald means signing 2 coaches, signing 2 coaches, signing 2 coaches. Not saying, I need you to sign 8 coaches. Whoa, I'm out. Like some people just shut down, stressed out too much. So think about that. That's duplication. So again, I want you to realize that you're not going to see this elite report until you are a diamond coach. So when it comes up in your email on the 2nd Friday of the month, you go, oh, so this is what she was talking about. So cool. Okay. All right. So anyway, that first year, we as a team, like I said, 2-star number 25. So if you think you have to be a 10-star to get to top 10, you don't. If you think you have to be a coach for 5 years, you don't. If you think you had to have all the answers, you don't, because clearly I had no idea what Kobe was talking about. I didn't even know we were number 25. Now, the way that we got to elite and top 10 was simple. And I want you guys to hear this and not try to complicate it. It's the smallest, simplest thing you can possibly do. I hit Success Club and my coaches hit Success Club. That's it. That's really it. I didn't talk about volume. I didn't talk about anything else because I didn't understand it. I'm really showing you on my cards right here that I'm a ding dong and I had no clue what I was doing and this is all God. But basically that's what I'm saying. Because I did not know anything about the business side. I just wanted to share with people and hit goals. So we've been blessed. But honestly, all of my calls with Kobe Mitchell were, how many Success Club qualifiers did you have last month? Okay, we had 15. All right, let's make it 20 this month. Make sure you get those same 15 to develop a pattern, duplicate, have them develop those patterns, do it with their coaches, and then I want you to help 5 more coaches hit Success Club. So that was it. Every month, we were at least hitting 10 to 15 of my personally sponsored coaches hitting Success Club, and then I would focus on helping more. That is it, you guys. That is the heart of your business growth. Because when you're hitting Success Club, think about what that means to you. You're probably hosting a challenge group, one. You are helping people connect with fitness program and Shakeology. Then maybe they're going to continue Shakeology. That is residual income for you, but it's also you're building up a customer base that continues and continues. And maybe they're sharing with people. Maybe they want to become a coach because they love Shakeology and how easy it is, and they feel so great, and they're sharing it with their mom and their sister. Think about that. So hitting Success Club is you are helping people, you're doing a challenge group, you are having a customer base, and that is volume. That is continued volume. So that is what the other three categories of an elite coach cover. But at the heart of everything is Success Club. Without Success Club, none of the other stuff happens. It just doesn't. You know, because I don't want to focus just on retail. That makes me feel kind of icky, honestly. I want to help people understand the business opportunity. I want to get to know them and have a relationship with them. I want to build a team of coaches who are excited to work together. That builds retention. It builds that feeling of family, and it builds that team that I craved for so long. And so that's what I'd rather invest in, is like helping you hit diamond, helping you hit diamond, helping you hit diamond, but also giving you those business building activities in order for you to grow too. But you guys, at the heart of it, like make it all sparkly and circlet, is Success Club. That is the only thing that I focused on that first full year as a coach. And that made that number go from 25 to almost 500 elite points. That's the only reason why we were in the top 10. That's it. Because we focused on that every stinking month. Now I'm going to show you what that looks like. I'm going to show you my elite report. It's funny, when I was a coach for the first couple of months, and it was all like, I'm not showing you my elite report. I don't want to show you. I was like, oh, that's stupid. So I'm going to show you my elite report. Oh, it signed me out. Hold on. And I'll screen share with you, but I'll be there in just a second. Because I want you to see the categories. I want you to see where the numbers come from. And I don't want it to be this scary thing. And I want to see if I can break it down, because I've talked about this many, many times before. But I want it to make sense. So I'm going to screen share. Don't worry, I'm not a ding dong. All right, let's screen share. All right, so when you get this email, you're going to get congratulations. And I'm showing you my current what are they doing with the little, you guys are like flipping out on me. All right, so when you get this email, it gives you a bunch of gobbledygook. Now, your number, I'm going to start at the top, okay? I wish you could see my little pointer thing. Can you see my arrow moving? Yes? Okay. So let's think about this. If you're a brand new coach and you signed up yesterday, this number is going to be 0. You know what's awesome about that? That means everything you do this year and next year counts for elite. Because the way that elite works is it's your previous year, and sorry, I misspoke. The way elite works is it's your previous year, say 2015, and your current year. So all my coaches that signed up in 2015 and are hitting Success Club count. All of my coaches who signed up in 2015 and are rocking their businesses and growing volume count. All of the ones that signed up in 2014 do not anymore. So it's always the previous year and your current year. So if you're a brand new coach, that is awesome for you, because everything you do right now counts. If you have a goal to go to leadership, or you have a goal to be an elite coach this year, and you think it's out of your reach, you're wrong. Every single thing you do counts. What I mean by that is every diamond you sponsor counts. Every personally sponsored coaches, my coaches need to be active. I'm calling y'all out. Every personally sponsored coach, here, I'll show you what this means. That's their personal volume. Show me, okay. when you sign up a coach, when those coaches get to 500 personal volume points, you get a point. Now it's cumulative. So say you have 3 coaches sign up and one of them has 100 volume, the other one has 200 volume, and then the other has 200 volume. You get 1 point for those coaches because all of that added up to 500. So this is where that numbers game comes into play with some of the top coaches. The more coaches you sign up, the more points you get for that category, right? What you want to do is you want to teach those coaches to sign up and start going and rocking their businesses and having challenge groups, because that's PV as well. You know, orders placed through them, challenge groups that they're doing. Instead of focusing on how many coaches can I sign up, you want to see how many coaches can I directly affect and help. So that's where that number comes from. So I hope that makes sense to you guys, but that is only your personally sponsored coaches. And it says you earn 1 point for every 500 PV produced by these new coaches. Only personal volume produced by your new personally sponsored coaches will count towards elite points. Personal volume that you produce from your own coach business centers will not count. So it doesn't matter how many challenge packs or how many things that are ordered through me. It is all about duplication and helping your coaches and your organizations grow. This is why elite is a team thing, because there's no way that you can do it on your own. It is a team effort. And I want to make sure you all understand that, because the recognition is not for me, it's for our team. Our team is an elite team. I love that on that picture they made of me, they asked for our team names, because it's definitely a team effort. So you get points here, right, in this personally sponsored coach PV. Now, the next place you get points is when you're, like I talked about, when your personally sponsored coaches hit Success Club, you get a point. Now, what's important is if you also hit Success Club, those points double, so you get 2 points. So say 5 of my coaches hit Success Club, that's 5 points. But if I hit Success Club that month as well, that's 10 points. So you can see how it's important that you not only tell your coaches to hit Success Club, but it's important that you emulate that and set that example yourself, because they're going to rise up to that. They're going to want to duplicate what you're doing. So that's where that number comes from. Now, you can see you can max out categories. If you're looking at the elite column right here, they're saying in order to reach elite, you need to have 162 points by the end of the year. Now, in certain categories, you can max out. We've almost maxed this category out. We're halfway to this one in the middle of the year, so that's good. Now, this category kind of freaks me out a little bit, but I'm going to tell you why it's okay. All right, let's go back to the new coach thing, because a lot of you guys on this call have only been coaches for 1 to 2 years, right? So if you signed up last year, remember, all of your coaches from last year and this year count. So everything that you've done since you became a coach counts. And that's what was really cool for me, because everything I did counted, right? Now, that's good for new coaches. This is where it becomes interesting, is because you only earn points in this category when you go over your last year's team volume by 10,000 points. So what makes this really awesome is if you're a brand new coach, everything you do counts. You get a point every time. You get 10,000, 20, 30, that's 3 points. Me, our team, guess what we have to do? We have to hit this number first. We have to hit 2.3 million in team volume before they will even start counting our points. So you have to think about, in July, we're at 1.2. So you want to double that, that's 2.4, and then we'll start to earn those points in that ATV category. Some people don't hit their last year's team volume until like October, November, but then think about it. If they've been growing this much and they get their team volume is 50,000 in 1 week, that's 5 points. So that category can go very quickly. You can max out that 40 points very quickly if you have a larger team, but it might take you a long time to meet last year's ATV. So everybody completely confused? I promise you, once you break it down, remember what's at the heart of it. Success Club. Because if you're hitting Success Club and your coaches are hitting Success Club, you are rocking this category, which we kind of are. You know, I'm not a rock star recruiter. I don't recruit 10 people a month, and they sometimes start slowly and they sometimes take off. So I'm okay with this. This just means we need more people hitting Success Club all over our team. It's kind of low. We need to focus on that for our own business growth and also to reach more people. It's just a good goal to have. Then, as you grow, the team volume goes up. Do you see how it all kind of trickles down? Success Club is king. So, what you need to do is by the end of the year, when it's all calculated and the deadline is usually around Christmas, which really kind of stinks because it messes with your head at Christmas when you're supposed to be enjoying your family. You want to be sure that your team, your elite points are at 162. That's the max. Now the other kicker is they want you duplicating leaders within your team, which is a good thing. So there's another category. You have to build diamonds this current year. And guess what? Those diamonds have to be active or paid on the last day of the year in order for you to qualify for elite. So there's also that whole duplication thing, right? So it's all about hitting Success Club and duplicating within your team. That really is, if you do that over and over and over, and it becomes like Groundhog Day. Every single day, that's your focus, is sharing people and impacting lives, and then investing back into your team and helping them duplicate those behaviors that you've learned, and you're sharing everything you're learning with them, and you're finding people who want to grow with you. That's it. And you might think, yeah, it's easy for you to say. No, it's not. It's so not. Because you still have to find those people who are willing to work through the excuses no matter what. I was talking to a coach yesterday who is doing a 40-hour-a-week internship, and she's 9 months pregnant, and she has 2 littles under the age of 3. She's also a military spouse. She's still hitting Success Club and still doing her power hour every single day between rotations. She has an internship as a dietitian in a hospital. And I said, you're the definition of consistency and just overcoming no matter what. And here was the key thing that she said. How am I supposed to ask my coaches to do something if I'm not doing it? And I was like, you're such a great leader. That is amazing. You have so many excuses as to why you should take a step back, take a break. But she said, I don't want this whole year or this internship to be or the work that I've done on my team to be a wash just because I'm pursuing this goal that's going to help me with my business. I want to make sure I maintain everything I've built and still continue to invest in my team. And so that's a sacrifice, and it's actually just a focus of hers, which is what a leader should do. So I showed you the elite report. There's a couple of caveats. They tell you how many points the 200th coach has, and they give you some different things. They also tell you that if you advance 4 or more coaches to diamond, your ATV will be multiplied by 10%. So they help you. They understand that, if you're growing your team and you're rocking out and people are becoming leaders and diamonds and star diamonds, they're going to reward you by giving you a little bit of help with that ATV. So that's kind of my focus to help us bump up. Now, why? Why should you get to elite? That's a good question. I mean, what's in it for you? What's in it for your team? What's the draw, really? And I was going to show you that too. Recognition. What is elite? So, all of these things are in your Coach Online office. It highlights it for you, but I wanted to make it a little bit more personal after I, share this with you. If you're at Summit, you know that Elite were invited to come a day early, and there's a special opening of the core and an Elite event where it's just a little bit more chill. It's a little bit more personal. You have access to corporate assistance and corporate mentorship, but you get to network and talk with people who are also at that business building level, the same as you are, and are really interested in growing your team. And so you find your success partner. You find other people who are like-minded like you and really want to grow and really want to dig deep. You develop some really cool relationships with some pretty amazing people and hear some awesome stories. But it says you earn VIP status, your worthy rewards, like $100 cash bonus every month that you earn Success Club. All right? So, this is what you earn this year. So these are the qualifications. You earn the title of Elite Coach. I have a couple of jackets that they send us swag. They send us sneak peeks of different workouts. I have the new Coach Online Office app ready to go, and I'm testing it out. They emailed it to us. We always get the first look of new programs. Elite gets to register for trips before others. And I'm glad they've opened that up to other people, because they see that if you're a Success Club legend or an all-star, that's important too. Or you are somewhere on the leadership ladder, they give you access to signing up early too. So you'll be awarded 2 VIP seats at Summit 2017. And the general session and the celebration. So those seats are reserved, so you're closer. You don't have to rush to save seats. You get to bring a guest. You get to invite people down there on the floor with you. It's super fun. Also, you get to go on stage. You get the custom Elite jacket. I have one that's hot pink. Oh, yes. Actually, it's more like bubblegum pink. So, I mean, you never know what you're going to get. This year was a Nike jacket. It's pretty sweet. It's just, it's very thoughtful what they do. A backpack. Invitations to the Elite evening, and they also subsidize your lodging because they know you're coming in a day early. So they give you that in one of your paychecks. I believe it's next week. I'll see that in the paycheck. Like it says, priority registration for summit activities and front of the line access to pre-selected workouts. I didn't do it, but could have gone to the front in any of the workouts and been right there, taken a guest with me, all that stuff. So it kind of makes all of your hard work, maybe and your team's effort, a little bit sweet when you get to go to the front of the line. Express line checkout in the core, that's worth it alone to not have to stand in that line for hours. And then 2 VIP seats at the 2017 Leadership Retreat. Now, if you've heard of the new leadership conference that takes place in California, that is for 2 stars and above, and that's I believe, premier coaches. So that's also on the Elite report, and you can see those points. That is a really amazing conference to go to, not only for your development, but also because you get to bring back specific training and that experience to your team and show them, look, you guys, look what I was able to do. You can do it too. And that's kind of what I'm saying here with this Elite thing is, if I can do it, anyone can do it. And I'm trying to kind of dumb it down for you because to show you, I didn't know what the heck I was doing. It just followed instructions, and I hope led with my heart, because that's the only thing I knew how to do. And then someone took notice and helped me understand what needed to happen to hit other benchmarks. So the leadership convention is one of my favorites. I was a brand new diamond, and my coach wanted to take me as her guest, and I had already committed to something at Edwards Air Force Base, and I declined. And then I saw everyone going to like these neon 80s parties and talking about how much fun they were having and these workouts on this grassy lawn in Dana Point, California. And I was like, dummy, just talking about how this amazing experience was helping them see the true heart of the company. And I vowed right then and there, this was 2012, that I wasn't going to miss leadership, but I wanted to earn it myself. Like, I didn't want to be someone's guest. I wanted to go, and I wanted to experience because I had earned it. So it changes venues. It's been in Phoenix. It was in California. This year it's back in California, and it's in San Diego, Coronado. So there's a resort, there's a conference center there, and it's fun. They have a reception the first night, and there's always a theme, so it's fun to, you know, dress up. They always do announcements. There are smaller workouts with all the live trainers there, but the sessions are more about the growth and the heart of the company. We tried Cafe Latte last year. We were the first to do that. You'll find a lot of people sitting around just sharing, you know, just laughing and sharing and helping each other. Like, I saw that you're really good at doing this. Could you tell me what you're doing? Absolutely. You have a couple minutes, we can sit and chat. It's a really giving and a really warm atmosphere, and it's much smaller. You see like the trainers just walking around, sitting and chatting with people, because it's not that no one's lining up to take pictures, because it's just more relaxed. I really, really like it. And then there's the elite reception on the Success Club trip in Punta Cana. So why elite? But also, it's being able to say that, you know, you hit a benchmark with your team and that your team earned this. It's being able to give back to them and say, you guys did this. In past years, like it showed, you get a bonus in your paycheck if you're an elite coach, and that's going to continue. I just really like the fact that we continue to set that bar and we continue to rise to it, because elite is all about growth. I don't want to be a team that stays the same every year. I want to continue to grow and continue to reach people and have others step up and set goals for themselves and run after those goals. So that's really important to me, that people see the value of that. Yes, being an elite coach is awesome, and I get to go to parties and invite some of you guys to go if the timing works out, if you happen to be in the same place at the same time, and share that experience with you. But it's really cool to see the team growing and other people setting those goals. I know we have coaches on our team who are working towards elite this year, and it's really exciting to see them get excited about that growth. So that's why elite, what elite, you know, exactly. And again, I'll show you a couple of things, how to read the elite report and everything. I want you guys to set big goals for yourself, because it gives you something to work towards. And I also want you to have the roadmap, but I don't want you guys to wait for anybody else to give you permission or to tell you, this is the plan to do it, because everybody's path is different. And like I said, I had no clue. But honestly, at the heart of it is just helping your team duplicate those business building practices that you yourself follow. And if you're not hitting Success Club, then that's the first place you start. You start with you hitting Success Club and making that a goal for your team to follow. Because then you can say, okay, guys, this is something I'm committing to every month. When you do that, Beachbody also recognizes you for being an all-star legend, an all-star coach, for continuing to hit those certain benchmarks. You're going to see growth. There was some statistic that was out showing that coaches who hit Success Club, their income is, I don't remember what the percentage was, but it's exponentially, the growth was exponential over coaches who didn't, which makes sense, right? That's not rocket science. That's just saying, if you grow your team, if you do those things daily, you're going to grow, right? So that's really the heart of this. I want to get back to encouraging everybody to do the basics and highlighting those people who are doing those things, because it's important for everybody on this team to see those who are stepping out and really shining and really going after big dreams and goals. So it's 12:10. I wanted to show you guys two things that I share with people all the time. But I wanted you guys to bookmark these two things that are available in your Coach Online office, because they're super valuable. Screen share again. So I saved them for you. This form right here is the only way to get anything done at Beachbody. I'm just saying. It's called the Coach. I have the link saved in our files, and I copy paste this thing so much and share it so much. If you can send this to your customers. So you're a customer, your instructor, your any of these things. If they have a request, say they want to pause Shakeology, use this. Say they want to just reach coach relations. This is the best way to do it. I get a response same day, and then I have a reference number to highlight. I don't have to call in and be on the phone. I fill this out, and I mean, if you see, it'll expand as you go. So I'll go ahead and fill it out. Like I was missing some points, so it fills it in. It's not refreshing for me. It should ask certain questions. Okay, so I'm a coach. It's gonna make me give my coach address. It's gonna ask me for my coach ID. It's gonna ask me for my social. It's gonna ask me for my rank. It's gonna ask me what region. So it's very specific because there's somebody in that region tackling your questions. I'm gonna talk about, it was a Success Club points. So missing point from customer. And then I'm just gonna say, hey guys, you know, here's my customer's name and her order number. I'm missing the points. Can you let me know when they're gonna be transferred over? Dun, 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 dun. If you have proof, share it. If you don't, submit it. And then don't let them give you some bogus like, hey, try this FAQ and maybe they'll answer your question. No, send in your question. Jen thought that was funny. Okay, the other form that is so super awesome, and I've had to use it twice in the last day, and it just popped up. Oh, that's my insurance card for my car. That's not what I want to share. Don't look at that. It's this. What? Have you seen this? Customer coach change request form. Now, here's my caveat. Don't be a ding dong. Okay, you all are very, very honest coaches. Somebody could really misuse this form, and I don't want that. And the first time I saw it, I was like, oh, dang. But I legitimately had a customer of mine sign up, buy a challenge pack. She's assured me she's never purchased before. She went through my link, and whatever happened, she said, it wasn't your name, it was some guy's. I want you to be my coach. So here's what I would usually do. I would send her that form that I previously showed you, and I would say, hey, just fill this out, make sure that you give them my information, here's my coach ID, here's my email, and just request me as your coach. It'll be taken care of. No problem. But with this, you can go in and say, I'm a coach, this is my name, here's my ID, all that stuff, there's my email, bada, bada, bada. This is legitimately what happened earlier. Sissy said, I don't want to order because it had somebody else's name, and I said, don't worry about it, I'll take care of it. As long as you give me the order and your email, I can fix it. She took a screenshot of her order with the order number, she gave me her email, and I was able to transfer her order to myself because I was able to provide the correct information. So this is just something that I saw. I did want the volume and the commission transferred, and I do like the new online form. So we'll see if it stays, but I just thought this was really cool because I know some of you have had, oh, crackers. I didn't mean to submit that. Dang it. Idiot. I'm going to get another email. That was already taken care of. But I know that some of you have had questions about, you know, oh, dang it, you know, she's not showing up. What do I do? There are forms and there's ways to communicate with coach relations so that you now, I'll show you, hold on. I know you guys are like, seriously, stop talking. I just exited out. I wanted to say Beachbody had sent me like, this is the wrong email, I just closed the wrong email. But Beachbody had just sent me a confirmation, and it was the whole conversation of, yes, it's been taken care of, and I see that you wanted so-and-so to be your coach, and thank you for that. Da-da-da-da. There's a comment. Where'd the comment go? Can you do that if they don't have order number or card, like a debit card? Is that what you're asking? So it says you have to fill out at least one data point from the following. So if you don't have her email, but you have her phone, you can use that. Or you have the shipping address. Or if you don't have the original order number, but you do have the last number of the card, you can do that. But you have to have one of the two. It's showing, I mean, it's saying that you have to at least have those. So that just takes, oh, so you just need to get the order number and have them look through their emails or find that from the shipping, or you can call in as a coach and say, I have a customer and here's the email. She can't find her order number. I mean, I've tried before. All they can say is, I can't give that to you. Say, well, thanks so much. But there are ways. Just try to communicate with her and find that order number. And if she doesn't know what card, Jewel, those are in your coach online office under forms and documents, under my business forms and documents. So again, I know that this call might be a little over your head for some of you. For some of you, it might answer some questions, or it might be a good planning tool to strategize, you know, the next couple of months, maybe the next year. Maybe it's your goal before Summit to hit some of these things, or you want to be an elite coach this year or next year. It's good to start those behaviors now, not January. You want to build momentum within your team, and you want to make sure that you're doing these things. The other thing is, in the next couple of weeks, we're going to be talking about team culture. And then it was funny at Summit, if you guys ask me specific questions about how to build your business, I am right there with you. I want to talk about your individual team. Like, I will pull it up, we'll draw charts, and I'll get my markers out, and I'll make sure that you're going to maximize your volume by placing on the inside, outside, weak, whatever leg, because I like that stuff. It's like a game to me. It's a puzzle that I want to fix and I want to help you with. So we were at the Billy Idol concert, which you didn't miss anything. And sorry, Billy. He took his shirt off and I was like, no, put it on. Stop it. Anyway, Jen Gamble was in my face because that's the only way I could hear her. And she was asking me very specific questions because she has some goals. She wants to maximize the volume, So I was giving her, okay, this is what you need to do. And there was another coach sitting there just watching us. She goes, stop. This is a great call. You need to do this. You need to have someone interview you with very specific strategies for building. This would be amazing. So that's coming up in a couple weeks. And then we have some of our coaches who are going to share with you about personal development and stuff. So we have some great calls coming up. We have some really neat opportunities. I hope that if you haven't listened to Stephanie's call that I shared yesterday, that you will. Actually, I shared it Monday. My coach is Stephanie Richardson. She is the team captain of Rockstars. Beachbody Rockstars. So she's my coach. And she did essentially what I just did, only she broke it down into other steps. You want to hit this, do this. You want to do this, do this. So it's a really great call, and a lot of people are getting a lot out of it. She's a 6-time elite coach. She's been a coach for 7, almost 8 years. I would listen to her. She knows what she's doing. She's built an amazing business just being a stay-at-home mom to 2 awesome boys. You know? And she's the same way. She started out because she wanted extra money to go shopping. She didn't know what the heck she was doing. But she's honest. And now she understands it's not just a business, it's a ministry, and it's a way to really impact a lot of women. So I will watch today. Awesome. I will watch today. I will find those things. Okay. So have a great day, you guys. I'm about to go pick up my kids from their first day of school. And I'll see you guys later. Bye.